Baltimore Inner Harbor here. That's the inner. You're pointing towards the Inner Harbor now. This is some construction. I do see growth around the country, and I just got into the Inner Harbor. I parked, and there's a parking deck behind this big building. This is the Baltimore downtown area, but I'm going to focus first on the Inner Harbor and see if we can't see some cool things, and we'll go from there. As soon as you enter the main Inner Harbor here in Baltimore, you hit this big ship here. It's a beautiful sight to see. And you know, it's a September day here, and you have a lot of different shops and bars along the harbor area here. So obviously this big ship is one of the anchor spots. You have a water taxi down there, you see that. And then, you know, again, you have all bars and restaurants along the whole entire harbor. And then you're going to have some street performers too here, some guys there doing a little bit of music. So let's take a look at all the different sites and the different people over here at the Baltimore Inner Harbor area. Very cool place. There's a water taxi where people, you know, get on there, tourists get on there, and they're going to take them a trip around the Baltimore Inner Harbor. Again, this is the big ship, and then you just have various areas here. You know, there's different type of commerce, etc. You know, this guy's a creative artist, a painter. Very cool. And you know, it's just a great sight to see here. You got a Ripley's Believe It or Not type place that you can go for some type of entertainment. You got some It's Sugar and Pretzel stores, and then you got a look here on the harbor. Very beautiful. It's the beautiful look. We'll continue to stroll though. Food establishment, and then you have a police presence, and you know, it looks like here you have a Baltimore, some type of like a welcome center, I'm sure it is, for the visitors and tourists. And then along this harbor again, you could have some more street performers. This is pretty cool. This is like a little park area. It looks like you know, where you can enjoy. You know, I got some water flow feature here. Very cool. So just something to take a look at. I'm not sure what the name of this park is, but it's pretty cool. Again, you got the big buildings there, and you just got people, you know, enjoying the scenery here. Pretty cool area. It's just cool. You got people relaxing here, reading. Very cool scenery here. You know, you obviously don't want to visit this place in the winter, but the other 3 seasons, spring, fall, and summer, Baltimore Harbor, just another beautiful area of America. Beautiful area that you want to put on your travel list. Gorgeous. It's a beautiful scene here. Beautiful. So this is pretty cool. Code of respect here. They have put in place to lessen tensions, heighten trust, and build community. Your presence has an influence. Choose positivity. Use language that's respectful in the presence of families. If a conflict arises, be mindful of how the other person may feel. Avoid taking matters into your own hand. Officers to be called. Don't overstep the boundaries of your authority. Respect local businesses. So that's pretty cool. I definitely agree with those rules of conduct. So it's a good reminder. Like I always share, wherever you go, you know, treat the environment and those around it with respect, and remain a positive influence in society. Very good lesson. Right off here, right off the Inner Harbor here, we're going to go run into a park, which is very cool to my right as we approach. Baltimore Beach Park, or at least that's the sign up. I'm not sure if that's what it's called, but let's take a look. This is just an area here. They play you know, volleyball sports going on here, so that's pretty cool. Right off the Baltimore Inner Harbor here. Very cool. This is another stop right off the volleyball park here. And this basically reads, this represents on May 14th, 1986, Pride of Baltimore. Her captain and 3 members of her crew were lost at sea. The Pride now rests at the end of the Goodwill journey that covered 150,000 miles and touched 125 cities around the world. Yet her precious cargo, the spirit of the people who sent forth and those who received her, will never be lost. So it represents, I guess, a lost ship here. So that's to remind us, right, that, throughout history, people have taken journeys, they've made a mark, and, there's been loss along the way, but they have made a mark in their journey, and it's important to remember that you need to spend your time, fulfill your destiny, and leave a positive impact on this world. Area where you can get another great perspective. You can walk along this whole path here, right off the park to our left, and you can just get a great perspective on all the different beauty that the Baltimore Harbor has to offer. And we will continue our journey here. Establishment, the Rusty Scooper Restaurant, okay, right off the harbor. It's another place that you could eat and enjoy time and take in all that Baltimore Inner Harbor has to offer. So this is another place here off the harbor where you walk, you take in sights. Here it looks like fairly new condominiums or townhomes right off the harbor. I'm sure these are big bucks, but just something cool along the travels. So we just take a look here at this beauty. Very cool stuff, man. Are definitely private community, residents only, that says. It's just where that private residence is. It looks like big money over here. Okay, very beautiful area along the walkway. Beautiful docking area. I mean, it's so peaceful today. Look at this boat. This is very beautiful. So beautiful area here. You just got a guy up there, an older guy in bad condition. They're helping him off the ledge. Just to show you, no matter how much money you have, doesn't matter if you don't have your health. I mean, this guy lives in one of these beautiful residents here, but he needs assistance to just get off his chair. So I want to share with you that if you have your health, you're blessed. You're blessed. Never forget it. This is the Spirit of Baltimore here. This boat just docked in. Very cool. Again, excuse the noise, but this is just cool stuff. Like different type of manual type of carts, or not carts, I don't know, manual paddle boats is what I want to say, that you can just ride throughout the harbor. So that's pretty cool. There's a pretty long line there for different families that are getting on. A very cool experience. Memorial to honor the 9/11 World Trade Center, and that's steel from the Trade Center and a memorial to it, which is pretty amazing. Taking a look at that, you're seeing World Trade Steel there, and then it says, "Together we remember the people of the Maryland who perished on 9/11." Aquarium, Barnes & Noble's power plant, Hard Rock Cafe, right off the area we were just at. Very cool scene here. There's this bridge here, a little cross bridge, very cool. Let's walk in the bridge. It's a very cool park here, part of the aquarium. People just relaxing. Very cool. Very cool. A Coast Guard ship. This is very cool. And just another great area here to a visual. Just beautiful. Another bridge here by the U.S. Coast Guard ship. And then walking to the next part of this journey, I see up ahead it says Pier 5 Hotel. So I'm sure it's there's a steakhouse and some more eateries here, of course. And you know, just a lot to see here on a nice day, so that's very cool. And we're gonna take a little bit of a journey here, and that's the Coast Guard information tablet with the chimes was Pierce's Park. It's a little history on it. Okay, looks like it was donated by somebody, and it just oversees the Inner Harbor there, which is very cool. Here, walking away from Pierce's Park, there's nice views again of the intercoastal harbor. And then you're going to walk straight, and you're going to see a lot of, looks like Italian flags. So maybe this has something to do with the first explorers. Let's take a look. So this is a Christopher Columbus memorial statue. Okay, you see the Italian flags in the background there. This statue is in remembrance of the landing in America, October 12th, 1492 is what that says. And you know, then that is Christopher Columbus, I would guess. And then you have the flags flying there, and then the Inner Harbor facing here. Now we start to get into the downtown Baltimore area, inland from the harbor, and we'll see what cool sights we can find here. A cool area. You know, you got some restaurants here, you got beautiful greenery. The Tin Roof here, that's the name of this establishment. And you have Power Plant Live, Port Discovery, and some beautiful things here. So this is pretty cool. Some more eateries. Ram's Head Live. Starbucks, gotta do that.